Three words I want to hear out of you. Three words is all it takes. That Taizai greatness. This episode once again is greatness, man. I mean, the fact that King Arthur he faked bringing an entire army because it was just him and some magician, and he came into the kingdom on some sort of business to pay his debt to the kingdom of Leone, coming all the way from Camelot. So this is it's just about to get good. And then you have him almost with I guess it's gonna be an ongoing fight with him and Hendrickson. Hendrickson, he comes in acting like he's sort of like he's not hostile, but then he brings his holy knights to try and assassinate King Arthur. But then King Arthur, what he does, Hendrickson teleports and tries to punch King Arthur. He falls back, but he never fell down to begin with. He'd actually used his sword and sliced Hendrickson's forehead. So I can't really wait to see the rest of that fight. And then we zoom in back on Gauther, Meliodas, and Bond. They have just infiltrated the kingdom, and they are defeating all the holy knights. And then Gauther, because he's the sin of lust, he used this new technique called rewrite light, and apparently he erases everybody's memories that he aims it at, and he turns them into either lovers, friends, or relatives of whoever you're fighting. So that's why he's lust for a reason. It was really weird and funny at the same time. And then we also see how King and Diane are also going to join the scene, and they're also going to try and fight too. And King, what can I say about King? That face in the thumbnail, that was hilarious. What he did, like he's going like, I'm not ready for this. My heart's not ready. Because he had brought his dimensional dog also, and also he can eat people and send them to a different dimension. So what their plan was to get Diane and King, also would eat Diane and King, and they would instantly transport in the kingdom of Leone. And then King also, he's trying to hit on Diane, saying that, listen, I would have gotten angry for you like that, just the way Meliodas did when he was getting angry for Elizabeth. And, Elizabeth, Diane likes Meliodas, and that's how it goes. And then King also loves Diane as well. So, it's like a little love triangle. Well, I wouldn't say love triangle, but more of like a love 90-degree angle. That's how I see it. And once also tries to eat Diane, her butt is sticking out in Also's mouth because he can't eat her fully. And then Diana's going like, King, you need to push my butt. And then his face is going like, I can touch it? And then he sort of almost dies of nosebleed. He's going, I don't think I'm ready for this. I don't think my heart's ready. And it was just a funny scenario overall. And then we transport to the Holy Knights. You have Hauser, you have Gilthunder, you had Jericho, you had Gila, and you had Dreyfus. Dreyfus is OP. He almost killed Diane because they felt a little rumble underground, and they found out that Diane was trying to teleport there, and she did. But then she used her sacred treasure Gideon and tried and almost destroy the castle, like probably a part of it. And then Dreyfus, he commands Gilthunder and Hauser, and since Hauser sort of has a love interest with Diane, he's sort of hesitant. So then Gilthunder and Hauser use the lightning tornado, and she's trying to break away from that. So she uses Gideon to do the ground gladius, and then it's just her versus Dreyfus. And Dreyfus, this guy, he goes in and almost kills Diane. He uses this his magic's called Break, and with Break, he can basically do anything. Like his magic is used for killing, I guess, just breaking things. And he shoots some sort of blast straight through Diana's the right side of her chest. Well, the left side of her, yeah, the right side of her chest, and she almost died. She's almost dead. But then I think Helbram I think Dreyfus did the same thing and knocked him away, and she fell down, and then Dreyfus also made this big announcement saying that the 7 deadly sins are now in the kingdom, and they are traitors, and they're using the same framing thing they did about a few years ago. So then Diana is getting up, and then you have all of these citizens like stoning her because of their biased opinion. Like they have no idea what happened, what went down in those past years that the 7 deadly sins are framed. All they heard was that seven deadly sins and the king was killed, they put the puzzle together and that's what they thought. So of course you're gonna get a bunch of mean words from the villagers, and she has no idea like why she's walking, and then she falls down. And Gila, since Dreyfus knocked him all the way over to Zeal, she's trying to look for Zeal, and then I can see that we might get a possible Hazar and Gila versus the rest of the Holy Knights, because what Zeal was running to Gila, but then there was a building about to come down. Helbram was causing all this destruction, trying to frame DNA once again. Scumbag Helbram, and Zeal almost died, but then Diane like shielded him, and it was just a beautiful moment overall. And in the next episode, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get an incoming battle with Hazar and Gila versus the rest of the whole and versus Dreyfus. Can't wait to see how that turns out. But tell me in the comments, what did you think about this episode, and how good is that Taizai greatness? That's it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Be sure to, if you're new, be sure to subscribe for more, and be sure to like the video if you liked it. And until we meet again, see ya.